This is Karen Burton with my SLIS 703 Week 8 discussion. The scenario we are discussing is that our library has to choose a new virtual chat reference service because ours is being discontinued. What factors would we consider and how would we do it? Unfortunately, cost is often the limiting factor in many library decisions. The first thing I would do is find out which options are within the library's budget, collect information about each one, and organize it into a spreadsheet. Then use that to evaluate each of the services and make the decision based on that information. Regarding usability for both users and for librarians, I would argue that user experience is the most important factor when selecting a chat resource. I have been doing a lit review for my 705 research class, and I've read in multiple articles that perceived and actual ease of use is the #1 factor in users both choosing to use an information source initially and to use it again. The librarians can take the time and effort to train themselves on a less than ideal interface, but users won't do that. They'll just give up during the process of trying to figure it out, or if they have an unpleasant experience using it, they won't come back and use it a second time. So user experience would be the most important criteria for me. I made this big category of does it actually work? That combines software stability, customer support, and training support. You obviously want your chat software to work, know how to work it, and be able to troubleshoot when it doesn't. The ability to talk or chat in real time with a real support person would be a big plus, as would having an extensive FAQ or commonly seen problem resource. I would argue that customizability would be low on the list because chat reference has several big main functions, and all of the services should have those. As long as they have those, the library can probably work around the little bells and whistles of each different software service. As far as joining a consortium, that allows you to staff the virtual reference chat during more extended hours. If your library has a limited schedule, then you might want to consider joining a consortium to give your users access to information services on a more extended schedule. Support for mobile apps. Again, one would hope that in the current environment of ubiquitous mobile technology, every chat service would have adequate mobile design and support. You would, of course, need to verify this, but that's probably not your top criteria. So once you've gathered information on all these criteria and used that to narrow it down to 2 or 3 choices for your virtual reference chat, I would find several libraries that actually use the chat reference options you are considering and talk to them. Get the real-life pros and cons instead of just what the marketing from the companies tells you. Develop a short list of questions to ask each of the libraries and talk to the librarians. The most important question, I think, is would they choose it again, and why or why not? And when you do all that, then you should have enough information to make an informed decision for your library.